I'm here by the French Broad River and it's raining. I just came back from the stores, which I probably haven't been to the store by myself in months, believe it or not. But we try to go to the stores together and we'll get things for one another. If somebody goes out, that's part of being in a community. We take care of each other that way, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you. As a matter of fact, Rebecca and I think her mom just passed by and thought I was stuck on the side of the road and called. So that's cool. Make sure I'm okay. You know, that's what we do in a community. We take care of one another, and that's part of what makes it so awesome. And Earth was like that at one time, where people built up communities and we took care of one another, and then it got smaller and smaller into just families, and sometimes families were wise enough to have the grandmother and grandfather in the house with the small children while the middle-aged, took care of like all the work stuff. And they all worked together and passed down traditions and ways to heal from the land and recipes to grow things, to keep us healthy, to store food, to hunt for some people, to build things. We need to be together in order to pass this kind of information along. It's vital. The sharing, the community, the taking care of one another. This alone, all one, alone, spelled the same way, is just part of the 3D program that goes on. And 3D just means that there's a polarity, good and bad, the Garden of Eden. And what that has to do is like judgment, something's good, something's bad. But in this game of good and bad, neutral's the way to win this game. I've tried not playing the game. That's what I've been doing for a while. Not playing the game, because that's a choice too. And I needed to do that for a while. Not play the game, go inside, maybe die. Some people would say, like, die while you're still alive. Meaning, the person who I was before had to go. That might sound weird for a few people, but it's like a butterfly in a cocoon, melting and gelling into a new form. And then where we once crawled on the floor, now we get to fly. That's us humans too. Nobody thinks like that's wild and incredible that a caterpillar can fly? That's awesomeness. That's magic. Anyways, we do that too. But you have to go inside, and it's not about killing the ego, it's about integrating it. The ego is a good thing. It has its benefits. Neutralize. Make it work. You can either make it bad or good. Neutralize it. Neutralize that whole energy. There's levels that we can play in on this earth plane, earth planet, earth plane, earth plane. And we call them like dimensions, 3D, 4D, 5D. It means to me, just to me, if you want to hear what I think 3D means, is that there's always going to be polarity, good and bad. your choice whether you want to play good and bad. You always want to judge something. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's good. Instead of seeing the bad and good and the good and bad and neutralizing it, not making it either or, I have been the victim and the abuser. I've been the narcissist and the empath. I've been the victim. Oh, I already said that because I've been that lots. Anyways, and until we learn the lesson over and over, like we could either do it in a circle or a spiral, up, down. That's what our chakra system is. And each chakra kind of tells us what level we're at. And that's part of the multi-dimensional being that we are. But I'll get back to 3D because I tend to get off the subject. So 3D is about living in a polarity. There's always good and bad, the Garden of Eden, making your choice there. And I feel like the way to win this game is not that there's a win, because again, I'm still in the 3D mind. I'm not trying to say I'm out of this 3D mind. I'm very much playing in it still. I'm just, this is just one thing that I'm thinking of, and I'm sharing it with you. At this moment in time, who I am today. The 3D polarity, the way for me to navigate this game or plane is to be neutral. That's it. Don't judge anything. To understand that I've been in every situation in lifetimes. I believe that we're souls. And this is a body that I'm navigating through this journey with all the knowledge of all the other beings I've been, and it's my purpose here on earth to unlock all of that wisdom that I've learned from, because usually learning you've had some hard knocks. 3D is about also frequencies too. All the dimensions are about frequency. So the wider your bandwidth is, right? Like a frequency bandwidth. So if I've seen this much light, I had to see a same amount of darkness. So it is a beautiful thing. You get your gifts of light as dark as you've gone. So if you haven't had too much experience of either one or the other in your life, you're just going to have a small band to work with. If you've had a lot of darkness, you'll have a lot of light in your life as well, but you have to see it. That's part of this neutralization of healing, where I'm healing myself, learning about why I've always been a victim or injured or something like that. Or on the other side, I've been up and down my whole entire life, and to very extremes. Now I'm riding that neutral line, and I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't say I have anything figured out. I'm just seeing with my eyes closed and my third eye, the dimensions that I'm playing in. This is just my game I'm talking about. So now 4D to me is about our powers. Understanding karma, what goes around comes around, how it swings back around again. You still have the good and the bad going on, the polarity of it all, but you can use our powers, our magic, from the caterpillar to the butterfly. You can fly in 4D, literally. You can close your eyes and go astral project to places that you want to go to. Well, close your eyes and meditate and feel an ancestor or someone you know who have passed away. So 4D is about understanding the magic. And some people will call it like dark magic and light magic and use it for good and evil. Again, that's like the 3D world, the polarity. So as long as it's for the highest good of all, that's where the 5D enters. There's no such thing as good and bad or anything like that. There's no such thing as this physical body like this. It is our light beings. And then we don't judge one another anymore. We see that we're all just a bunch of rainbows and lights and sound, frequency, like the most beautiful song you've ever heard. That's what's inside you. And we're here to sing that song, that beautiful song you've been gifted, birthed into. So that's what 5D is to me, heaven on earth, where everybody is working towards a unity consciousness, like what people are trying to build all over the place in communities, and I happen to be a part of one, and that's through many of the people's their foresight and intuition. So when we're guided by our intuition and our higher selves or wisdom, it works out beautifully. When you try to control it and believe in an outcome, sometimes, not sometimes, you will most likely be disappointed or find that it's not what you thought it was or the way that you thought it was. So to me, 3D is total playing in polarity, good and evil, back and forth. I'll be self-serving myself, then I'll give everything away and just be a slave. Self-serve, slave. Self-serve, slave. Those are like the 3D polarities that I see going on, because once you're in 5D, there's no such thing as money. It's about currency, our energy. Because that's exactly what they take from us when we work a 9-to-5, 9-to-9 job to pay for the mortgage and credit cards and cars that don't really mean anything but some like kind of status symbol that we all have fallen, including myself, a part of this agenda to keep us in this money system. But there's another system out there. And once we realize that we're the currency, we're the energy, that working 50 years, your whole life for a pension that most people don't even get, just some people get. That is slavery. Yeah, because to heal ourselves, you need time. To be with your family, to keep these traditions going, to grow your own food, you need time. To educate your children yourself about how to live on their own, how to grow your own food, how to build your own home, how to get your own heat sources. All of these things are our birthright. To live here in our joy, to share our joy, that's our gifts. Not to go to a job that we're unhappy with, which projects a frequency and energy that makes us exhausted. When we go home, some people will either drink it away or watch TV it away, eat it, so many ways to just forget that you are in this either pain body or uncomfortable life. Or you go out and you party it away and you think that, bottles and things like that, fancy clothes and bottles. I've been in every stage, which is fun. That's what being a human is about. Going around, checking out all those different stages. Experience. It's just an experience. It's really fun. And now that I have no judgment about it, it is fun. Before, I was like, I didn't want to be here, let alone it be fun. I just couldn't understand the polarity. And now that once I neutralized it, and realized that it's just an experience. Take nothing personal. Now it's fun. We're all here experiencing our story. And what I believe is before we got here, we created this story. And while we're here, we magnetically connect to the people that we played out this story with. You know, in like our souls when we're lights. Okay, so that's Saturday by the French Broads. Thoughts of the day for me. And I don't think that we're gonna change in one moment. I know that it's going to take time, and only together when we can co-create, and once we connect with one another, because there's so many people who want the same thing. They just want to connect and be in conscious unity, united in a common good, conscious unity together, working together for the planet Earth, because she needs to be healthy. That's how we heal. Yeah, because we are part of Earth. And you need time to heal yourself, especially since we've had all these toxins overloaded from food, air, water. It's just there. And once we face it, we can heal from it, and parasites too, and things like that. We have to detox and then replenish all the vitamins and minerals and nutrients that has been depleted. And you got to continually do that until your system is back on track. I'm still working on that. We all are, because there's a lot of things that I have so much dental work. I have so many different things that I need to heal throughout this experience on Earth. And maybe one day I will just be able to breathe, tell my cells that you are healed. Because that's actually what I've been doing for the last, I don't know, couple of days. The power of 369, Nikola Tesla, repeating what you want 3 times in the morning, afternoon, and evening, which is attention, which is the currency of this planet, your attention. So if you keep your intention on whatever it is in the morning, afternoon, and evening, then you're paying attention to it. So the universe hears that as currency, and they'll answer you. I'll let you know how that works out for me. One of the things I say is money flows to me freely. 3 times a day. Another thing I've been saying is I am balanced health. And the last thing I say is I am living my dream, work, and purpose. So I'll talk to you soon. I gotta shut the window. It's raining.